What is up, guys? So I literally sat down to record this for you, and he just climbed right up and sat next to me. So it looks like Mac and I are going to do the Vlogmas countdown today. So I wanted to talk to you guys about something that kind of came to mind today, and to just be like quite honest with you, it was super random. I'm in a different stage in like my fitness journey, and one of the things that we just switched up a couple of things, and I'm just noticing a really big extreme difference. And so it was kind of cool. I had a little moment this morning where I was like, oh my god, like look at that. It was like a certain spot on my body where I was noticing muscles in different striations or whatever that I didn't have before, and that was like even just recently. So anyway, what that made me think about, it made me realize is like, what if on everything that you set out to do, like the thought that you had, or that idea that you had, or that product idea, or that like declaration that you made a year ago, what if you would have actually stuck to it? Now, some of you may have. And if you have, then you know that by doing that, you now probably have a different version of that goal, or you've moved on to the next thing, or you know, you can definitely see progress and you're going to keep at it. But that was just something that I thought was really interesting. Like, so many people spend so much time talking about what they want to do or what they should be doing, but they don't ever actually like do it, right? And so what ends up happening is then we get to a year later and we have no progress. Sometimes we've taken steps backwards. And why? Because it's difficult. It's not fun always when you have to do the work and put in the work and take the action. Like, it's not always an exciting thing, but you just have to do it anyway, right? But the thing that I think is that people tend to not pay a lot of attention to is like, use that thought process of what if I would have started then and followed through. Use that as fuel for your fire. Use that idea as what pushes you to actually do the work and stick to it and stay consistent. Because like, I mean, I was guilty of that for years. For many, many years, I would go and say, oh, I'm going to do this with fitness. I'm going to do this with my diet and whatever. That was always the area of my life that I avoided. Like, I just didn't pay a lot of attention to it. I was sick all the time. Just wasn't happy. It was very difficult for me to maintain weight. And I just didn't pay attention to it. So I remember for many, many years thinking that... or writing down plans and coming up with all these plans and these whatever of what I was going to do to get healthy, and then I just never did it. And so I remember, you know, I would see Time Hop, or the thing on social media that flashes you back in a year, and I'd see these declarations that I'd make and these all the shit I was talking, right? And I just was never doing it for so many years. And what's really, really fucking cool now, and I'm not telling you this to like sound like a really cool person and like I'm like beeping my own horn, because it's definitely not the case. There are plenty of things that I had the intention of doing that I didn't necessarily follow through with, or like have the time to or the capacity to, quite honestly, because that's my biggest issue now, is that I can't do everything that I want to do. I have to choose some stuff, and, you know, and do those things first before I do the other things. But like, I can tell you that the feeling of looking back on those like flashback moments, like your Facebook memories or whatever, and seeing that you've actually been walking your talk and, you know, doing the shit that you said you were going to do, and that you've succeeded and you've fulfilled those goals and you've done what you said you were going to do, it's a really, really good feeling. And it's definitely a feeling that I want and that I would wish for every person that I know to have, to be able to feel that accomplished and understand, like, I put in the work, like I stayed committed even when it sucked, and this is where it got me. And that's why I say that, and that's why I wanted to talk about this today. And we're going to keep it short and sweet here, and I just want you to think about that, like on the goals or the things, the spots in your life that you're not super happy with. Like, what if you started today? What if you just started taking action? What if you just started doing something every single day to push you closer towards whatever that goal is that you have? In a year from now, you're going to have progress. I promise you, you will. You will have progress. If you do the work every single day consistently, you'll have progress. And it's a really beautiful thing. So take a little time, think about that. And put that into play, guys, because it's life-changing, and that's the name of the game. Like, that's what you have to do to get that progress and be able to really create whatever the reality is that you want to create. So that's a message for you guys today. Have an awesome evening, and I appreciate you again watching. If you like the video, give it a thumbs up. Thank you guys all so much, and I'll talk to you soon.